business on the traditional territory of the Comox First Nation. And if I may add, this has been a really difficult time, obviously, for questions of all races in the last couple of weeks. And reflecting on my life, I have to say that sports and recreation has been one of those places that has tended to bring people together. So hopefully that continues to be the case. We have no delegation today. We have the management report. There's only 3 items on it. I don't know if you guys want to pull from it. There's the active Comox Valley. There's the update on the Wind Compass, and there's also the soccer club that's going to come back next month. Anybody had question on the management report? Or first of all, management report for receipt?
Move receipt.
Thank you. Any questions? I don't see any hands. So anybody opposed to receipt? And now I can see all the hands. Okay, nobody, thank you. We'll move on to, we just have a couple of reports today. So move receipt on the recreation reactivation in light of COVID-19. This will be a staff report.
Move receipt.
Move receipt. Second.
Thank you, Will. Over to you, Jennifer and Doug.
Thank you. Through the chair to the directors, good afternoon. This presentation is to provide information regarding the phase reactivation plan for recreation services. So I cannot see the pages flipping. So Jake, if you give me the thumbs up for the next page. The impacts of COVID-19 have resulted in a domino effect.
That's 1
One.
minute.
The presentation is not up just yet, Jennifer. So
Okay.
let's just, we can probably give Jake a couple of seconds here. He's working on it. Okay, here it's coming up. Thank you. You can go ahead, Jennifer, and I think Jake can hear you at least when you want to move slides.
Thank you. Through the chair to the directors, good afternoon. This presentation is to provide information regarding the phased reactivation plan for recreation services. Page 2, Jake. The impacts of COVID-19 have resulted in a domino effect of closures of the majority of rec facilities across the province and beyond. We're now challenged with how a reactivation plan will happen. So as some highlights to formulate the 5-stage reactivation plan, you'll notice in Appendix A, we have provided a reactivation plan. So the formulation of the plan in accordance with the Recreation and Parks Association, Sport BC via Sport, Recreation Facility Association, which is the RFABC, WorkSafe, Life Saving Society, and the Municipal Insurance Association of BC, and the BC Municipal Safety Association, and other sectors of stakeholders. So the next step was a detailed framework considering communication plans and patron safety and staff training and safety, capacity limits, provincial health officer requirements such as physical distancing and cleaning and sanitation frequency being updated and reviewed through all stages, and the continued work with the community partners and provincial sport organizations to support a staged approach to normalcy. Thank you, Jake. Page 3, or slide 3. So how does this support the COVID-19 response and renewal framework? First one is adapting to the changing community priorities. Next up, maintaining core services at an affordable cost. Realigning resources to support community renewal initiatives. And lastly, certainly not least, communicating clearly about actions. Slide 4. This also supports the strategic goals 3 and 4. So support strategic goal 3, partnership outcomes, partnerships between jurisdictions and all external stakeholders, building on relationships to work with our user groups for a safe opening of our facilities, as well as working with stakeholders such as the BCRPA, the province and the regional medical health officer for guidance in the reactivation stages and to increase public awareness of programs on health, wellness, and active living. For strategic goal 4, the accessibility to recreation services, reactivation of rec services in new and creative ways during this period of renewal. So helping user groups get back into our facilities, such as the swim club, as well as, one more picture, Jake, looking for new ways to provide services, as an example, a hockey league versus regular rental uses. Slide 5. So we're now at the first stages. We'd like to move forward. We have a super gym, summer day camps, and the potential of 1 sheet of ice going in July 20th. So in these first stages of reactivation, requiring bringing back minimal staff and offering some programs outside with limited access to indoor facilities, staff anticipate the limited use of the Comox Valley Sports Center Arena 1 towards the end of July. Maintaining the provincial health officer recommendations will require a further imbalance of revenues covering operating costs. And furthermore, it is anticipated that the further that we go down this path, user volumes may decrease as a result of services and people making their own choices about timing to return to our facilities. The Comox Valley Sports Commission will have further details to consider in the future as part of the CVRD corporate COVID-19 response and renewal framework. Moving forwards, in July, staff will be bringing forth an update on the financial picture that has arisen to what's going to finish out for the year. And I believe that's all that I have for you.
Thank you. And I want to say on behalf of the Commission, we appreciate all the efforts that have been done in light of all the disruptions lately. Any questions in terms of the reactivation plan? Director Hillian.
Thank you, Chair, and thanks, Jennifer and staff, for the report. It was just determined or confirmed last night at Courtney Council that the outdoor pool will not open this summer. And I'm just wondering if, I'm assuming that you're aware of that, and I'm wondering if you think that that will have any impact on the numbers of people coming to the CVRD pool.
So at this time, we're not opening our CVRD Sports and Aquatic Center facilities. We anticipate into the fall, so early fall is sort of our target date. Currently, the provincial health officer, with the restrictions, there's still enough restrictions in there that having an indoor pool operating may be difficult to do at this time in respect to the safety, the cleanliness, and the hygiene. So our goal is for early fall. The easier position for us to go through is to start putting ice in. It's a little more manageable. The safety plans are a lot easier to put together and to follow along for both the staff and for the users.
Thanks, I appreciate that. And my second question, do we still have gym facilities in one of the arenas? I believe there was a notice suggesting that was the first thing that we tried to do.
Yes, on Monday, we opened up what we call our super gym on Arena 2. We took all the wellness equipment over to Arena 2, which is able to provide us the 5-meter square distancing between equipment for customers. So that started on Monday, 7 a.m.
And will that stay in effect through the summer?
We anticipate it too. We are watching the attendance, but we also need to keep an eye on as ICE user groups start getting their safety plans ready and start coming back and using the facility, the ICE. We traditionally have both sheets of ice in towards the end of August. So if the gym is not as being used as much as we're hoping, and the ice can provide a better demand of use, then we may look to make a different decision there.
Thanks very much.
Director Swift, I'm not sure if you were raising your hand or fixing your screen.
I was raising my hand, but my question was around the super gym, so it's been answered. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, I know each municipality has different things, and I was seeing this hand come in the middle of the screen, and I was like, okay, that must be it. Anybody else have questions for staff? It doesn't appear so. I would mention that at our next meeting of the Sports Commission in July, I know many of us are quite aware of the potential financial impact of COVID, so we will receive a report from staff updating us on the status in regards to potential financial impacts and forecasts around that. So that'll be at our next meeting in July. So anybody not in favor of receipt? All good. And there is a recommendation, which is that staff implement the 5 stages pandemic response reactivation plan for recreation services. If I can have a mover.
Move that.
Thank
Second.
you. Christian, Amir, I think. Thank you very much. We have one last item on the agenda, which is an update on the active Comox Valley.
Do we need to vote on the recommendation?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I skipped. Thank you, Director Hillian. We do that with anyone not in favor, I guess is the way we do it, or do we need for this one? It's not financial. I'm trying to see. I think we can do it that way. Jake is saying no, so we can just do anyone not in favor. And we are good. Active Comox Valley for receipt.
Second.
Okay, thank you. And back to Jennifer.
Jake, am I good to go?
Oh, do you have a presentation for that as well, Jennifer?
We have one
One slide. That's okay.
One slide.
He's gonna pull it up. It's not pulled up yet, so we can. There it
Nope.
is now.
There
ahead.
we go. Great. So through the chair, staff have been working very hard with the Active Comox Valley to give it a new look and to provide more opportunities for the community, both no cost and low cost items. So first up is we do have a revised Active Comox Valley website. And while it says it is now up and running, it will be up and running here shortly. We did have some difficulties upon putting it together. And one of the things is once you adjust the website, you want to have a whole bunch of adjustments before you pull the site down again to do further adjustments. So we're working with building a lot of partnerships. We anticipate to have a lot. So I'm going to say 40 plus partnerships going on our website at some point here. So we'd like to have that up and running before we upload the website further. Some of the things that we've been working on is local walking and hiking trail maps and suggestions for the community. They're free of cost. Active living initiatives and resources, community organization directory, free and low cost recreation activities, and free community event listings. We're almost there. COVID has slowed us down a little bit in our tracks, but staff are picking up the pace again, and we anticipate to have the new Active Comox Valley website with all the new information up shortly.
Thank you so much. Any questions on this report? It doesn't seem to be. I do have a comment, and we have our rep from the school district. Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you. As I know, as parents, you know, some kids have gone back to school, and but it's about to end soon, and I know many families are still trying to think about activities to do with their kids. So if there's a way to even partner with the school district as people break up for summer, with the launch of this website, and to send a note to families, hey, here's a bunch of ideas. If you're running out of ideas for the summer, that could be looked at perhaps. And it's
Thank you.
great.
Yeah.
Anyone else has some thoughts, or? There doesn't appear to be. If other staff have thoughts, they can't share them right now. So I guess we're we're okay. We're having that technical problem in the boardroom.
Director Swift's hand is up.
Oh, is her hand up? Okay, Director Swift, go ahead. Oh, you're muted, Director Swift.
I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
It must be from last time.
It was from earlier. Thank you. And
I've got my hand up, Daniel.
Yes, go ahead, Director Morin. I see it.
Great, thank you. I was just curious about the activity boxes that are out, can't remember the name of them, the boxes that are at the beaches and different places with equipment. Are those happening during COVID? I guess I would think that would be difficult to maintain in terms of sanitation, et cetera. So I was just curious about those items.
Correct. We don't have those out for the community right now because it would be a very difficult to manage to ensure they are cleaned properly. You know, you have to really put the trust into whoever's used the equipment, and out of concern that if for some reason something's missed, we could have an issue. We have not put those out as of yet.
Right. So that's probably a plan quite down the road, I'm thinking.
Yes, very much so. Yes.
Right. Thanks.
Thank you for the question, Dr. Morin. Anybody else before we break off? David Frisch, you seem to be.
Yeah,
close to the mic.
just quickly, I just wanted to thank staff, both in Courtney and at the RD. I see that they're working together on this, and that's really impressive. And acknowledging, like the chair did, just how difficult it is to bend our brains around all this new information and ways to do business. So thanks very much. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great. Okay. I don't see anybody else leaning into their screen. So anybody opposed to receipt on this? No, all good. And with that, that will leave us to a motion to terminate the meeting.
Motion to terminate.
Who was that, sir?
Second.
Did you catch it, Jake? Just give me a thumbs up if you got it. You guys got it. Okay. See you at the next meeting, everybody. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chair.